Hi, Mike Roman here. It's Tuesday. It's At the Guru Tuesday. Thank you for being with me. A thank you goes out to Felician Watts from Hazelnut House, and I hope I pronounced this right, McDonough, Georgia. It's good to have a Georgians watching today. Thanks for your comments on our videos. Okay, today is a tough one. It's a simple one. It's straightforward. In my view, what makes a salesperson great? If you're hiring one, or if you are a salesperson, here's some of the things that I think you would need to look at. First, an editorial comment. It's very important to realize that when I give these videos, from my point of view, I realize three things are happening. One, I'm giving you information and you go, hey, I'm glad I watched today because Roman knows exactly what I know. I think he's a great guy. That's number one. Number two, I'm glad I watched today because Roman reminded me of something that I had forgotten. I knew it, but I forgot it. And three, which of course is the most exciting for an educator, is, hey, Roman gave me an idea that I never had before. So whatever those three are for you, I thank you for being here, and I hope I keep on providing you with the information that you probably need. So, what makes a salesperson great? Or what does a salesperson who's great do, okay? That's the kind of concept I'm going to work with today. Now remember, a good salesperson is a combination of a lawyer, a psychologist, a coach, an accountant, an entertainer, and a good friend to a prospect. Now charm is important, but it's not even close to being enough. A good salesperson has to have the goods, as well as a personality. Now, some salespeople are quiet and shy, like I am. No, I understand. Or loud and bold. That's more like what I am, I guess. But I know many salespeople who are extremely timid, but they're just good at what they do. And they are able to seduce the shopper into understanding that they really are the salesman and the company for them. So I'm going to go through some reminders of the characteristics that I perceive a great salesperson has, okay? Some are obvious, some are not. First of all, a good salesperson always speaks clearly and precisely at all times, particularly during a sales interview. Hopefully doesn't speak as fast as I do, because speaking fast doesn't necessarily mean you're passionate about your business. Now, a good salesperson answers to typical buyer's objections before they even come up. So if you have a bank facility that has a low ceiling and your competition has a high ceiling, well, you might be saying things like, well, you know, your photos will be just dramatic in our building because the flash from the photographer bounces off the ceiling, comes down, and you capture all the loveliness of your wedding gown. Good salespeople always ask good, probing questions. They always have a yellow pad in front of them. They are looking down for all these ways of letting a shopper know that they really are taking into consideration what the shopper is saying to them. So they jot it down. Now when they ask questions, they ask two types of questions. One are questions of information, and other is questions of attitude. Very, very important. Question of information. At what time do you think your dinner should start? Or are there speeches at your dinner? And then an attitude question sounds like, well, how do you feel about centerpieces? How do you feel about chair covers? How do you feel about this and that? That's how you ask it, and hopefully the prospect will answer in a very straightforward way so you can capture some of their inner feelings. Now, a good salesperson is always honest in the approach to selling. They have no desire to tell falsehoods just to make a sale. It just doesn't work, okay? A good salesperson uses sales aids while selling, involves all of the buyer's senses: hearing, sight, smell, touch, taste. They have iPads galore, especially with the retina screens, and they also serve refreshments during a presentation so that they can involve the other senses of the shopper. A good salesperson sells the concept that our catering will never embarrass the buyer in front of their friends, family, or co-workers. They try to take the risk out of buying when possible. Got some videos coming up on that. They use their time properly. They aren't afraid to stop a going nowhere selling presentation to move on to a better prospect. Many times a salesperson who's good has an egg timer in their head. They can feel the sands dripping through, and if they're wasting time with a shopper either on the phone or in person, they sometimes have to just let them go or turn them over to another salesperson. They act professional at all times. A good salesperson never apologizes for slightly higher prices. They explain what the price guarantees for the buyer. Just, search the word after this video is over, price, on our search field on our home page, and you'll get tons of information. So if they miss a sale, they understand why, and they don't take everything personally. Oh my God, I lost a sale. Sure, you should feel badly about it, but it shouldn't overpower you so the rest of the day is ruined, okay? Good salespeople are in a constant search of competitor data. They check Google, they ask clients, they read the websites of their competition to really know. And of course, they aren't afraid of making a mistake, of trying things that are new, okay? You just have to do that. If you don't reach out and try some new ideas, sometimes you just never reach your full potential. Well, there's some thoughts for you, okay? I think you knew most of them, but it's kind of nice to hear them. I want to thank Todd Garvins from Zilli Hospitality Group in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. His comment on our video a while back, you can see it on the website, actually taught me some concepts on picnic leftovers that I never had thought of before. So that's kind of nice. You should check it out too. Well, there's never been a better time to be a caterer. That's what I believe. I have a serious note to end on. I'd like you to think in your next management meeting, if you're an owner-operator, I'd like you to go ahead and check and make sure you have all the emergency numbers for all of your staff in case something goes wrong, either at your business, with that individual, or your community. I know that's a kind of a serious way to end a video, but I think it's rather important consulting advice to you. So check those numbers. Thanks again for coming with us. We'll see you next week. Thank you.